You made so much, like you've made so much good music over the years. Like, and to your point, you're always very transparent. It's very relatable. I have to believe that a lot of your listeners, especially female listeners, reach out to you and just want more. So, are there ever like ministry moments, like you get that DM where somebody just shares a story of maybe something they're going through and how your song kind of like got them, you know what I'm saying, through a tough time, or maybe even reach out to you for like prayer or just want to talk about the Bible more?
Yes, I get countless messages, especially right after I drop something. I get a lot. Like, I really wanted my fan base, my listener base to be women. And about before I put out my last full album, it was like half and half. And I was like, how do I flip that? And so I started talking even more about stuff that I was experiencing personally in relationships and stuff that like just how my heart feels and the arguments between my heart and my mind. And that seemed to really do it. But I get tons of messages, people saying that it got them through a breakup or a divorce, or
Mm.
a lot of people say my music really draws them to God. And that's just so powerful to me because my songs aren't all just intentionally the actual gospel, like they're not all the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus, but it's the Christian principles that I've learned through walking with God that I put into my music, and to see the impact that that can have where you don't have to just like preach at people. Like preaching at people, it doesn't really work. But having a conversation or testifying of your own experience is so powerful because it's vulnerable. It's not saying I'm over here perfect and I got it together and y'all should be like me. Nobody wants to listen to anybody like that.
That's
But
good.
it's me saying, man, this was my experience and I might have to tell on myself a little bit or show y'all a side of me that is hard to show sometimes because it's vulnerable. And, I have to talk about things that have happened in relationships or mistakes I've made or, stuff I've learned the hard way. But yeah, I get a lot of messages and I do respond. I like to tell people, thank you for sharing because it means so much to me, especially when I went indie and I was able to see like, man, it's really just me out here. And so like
Mm.
that even changed like my approach to making music a little bit because I just wanted to even more connect with the listener and let them know like wherever you are listening to my music, like sometimes when I look at the stats, when I look at all the countries, like London is like my top city. And like, I'm just like, you're not even in the US. Like it literally hits me like so hard. Like that is crazy. So yeah, I love when people send me those messages. Like that's my favorite part actually.
Yeah, listen, let's talk about this Doing It Up single with Angie Rose and Phantom on it. Listen, it's a banger. Talk about the inspiration and even putting that together. Did you produce on this too as well?
So I didn't produce on it, just like the arrangement and stuff. But yeah, so Fathom and Angie came to me and they were like, we have this record and the artist that they had on it pulled her vocals because I guess Ariana Grande wanted to buy her hook. So they were like, we need you to like, I don't know if you can. And I was like, I got y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
I wrote to it and they loved it more than the original. And they wanted to write something that would fit like really well for syncs, but that also just has a positive message. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't done a pop record in a long time. And so this was really cool because it kind of got me back in the headspace to write for pop again. But I was like, I really wanted to write something that people can use in like their TikTok videos or like in fashion videos or but something that inspires the kids to like think big. It's that self-talk, like
Right.
not just always talking about the bad things that happen in our lives or the sorrow or the pain, but also like speaking affirmation over us and really just like claiming like I'm doing it big. I'm like, I don't care what anybody says. I love the hook that talks about like I might go to the moon if that's my plan. And like I'm
Mm-hmm.
really like that. Like I really believe like when I was a kid, I loved basketball. I'm like all my teachers wrote in my yearbooks like can't wait to see you playing basketball on TV one day because that's all I did during like any breaks. And so, but I really believed like I could have played professional ball if I wasn't doing music. Like I've just always had this really innate sense that like whatever I want to do, like I think I could do that, and I have a wide like variety of skills, not just music. I do graphic design and like creative directing and stuff.
Hmm.
And even like I learned to play the piano last year so that I could work in my production. Like I just believe like you really can do anything. All these skills are available to us if you're willing to put in the time, and believe in yourself. So yeah, that's my take on it.
That's good. Listen, before I get you out of here, if you could form a super group, you could pick 2 artists from any genre of music, dead or alive, to form a super group. What 2 artists would you pick?
Does it have to just be like artists or can it be producers?
Yeah, you can pick a producer. Absolutely.
So I would pick Pharrell just because he's my all-time favorite producer. And
That's funny you
ooh,
say for real. I was thinking somebody else. That's funny.
the
That's a
artist,
good pick though.
yeah, I don't know, man. He's probably worked with everybody, so like that's probably already happened. I would probably put like Pharrell and Timberland together, even though they're both producers. Like, just want to see them on a
Yeah,
whole project.
you just want to go. You just want to go platinum for the next 10 years. That's what you
Yeah,
want.
I'll be the artist. I'll get the
Oh,
artist.
right.
They just both produce for me. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be amazing. What's next for you, V? What you got going on next?
So I am working on music all month just to try to get it out because the summer's about to come. I just landed a movie role. So
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm so excited about that. Potentially 3 movies. So we're filming that in June. So I'm really excited. I got to start like working with these coaches and getting my acting skills together. But yeah, I'm excited about that. And I'm just dropping singles all year and touring, spot dates, stuff like that. So
No, that's good. Listen, I got to get you back on when you get this movie runs.
yeah.
Definitely want to talk about that. Listen, tell the people how they can connect with you, follow you on all your social media platforms, as well as introduce one of your singles.
Yes, check me out at V Rose Music on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can also stream my last album, Fourth, or my last EP, Wilder Wonderland. And this song is called Just Wondering. I talked about it earlier in the interview. Hope you guys like it.
Keep it locked. You tune into The Fix. You know The Fix is in.